Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Vickers Blend. For this review today, I have one of my favourite people in the whole world with me. Say hello to Michelle.
Hi.
Michelle, for those who don't know, is my wife, and she's also a great lover of wine, and most of the wines that Michelle and I have drunk have been together.
Yep.
And we've kind of learnt a lot together about wines. And very recently we went down to the Newcastle Hunter Valley region and we tried a lot of Hunter Valley wines, and I discovered a wine that I liked, which I wasn't expecting to like, which was an Australian Sauvignon Blanc, and I assumed it was from the Hunter region, but when I looked closer it was actually from Orange. So I've got a little bit of a curiosity about Orange now, and I'm planning to head out there soon to go and test out a whole bunch of wineries. But what I thought I'd do in preparation for my trip is just to pull out a recommended to me Sauvignon Blanc, which is the Phillip Shaw 2017 number 19, and we're going to try that. But before we do that, just to tell you a little bit about, for those who don't know, the Orange grape region. The thing that I got a little bit excited about, and the reason why I wanted to head out there and do some reviews, was because of its geography. We've spent a lot of time trying the wines of New Zealand, and I'll post some photos up of our time there. That was a wonderful time, yep. Wasn't it, New Zealand?
Great.
And I was very pleased that they had bean bags and other things there to sort of recover after a lot of the wine tasting. It's a bit of a trap of wine tasting, is you've got to be careful of just how much you consume, because the idea of spitting out wine is a bit of an anathema even to someone who wine tastes a lot. But you've got to do it. You have to do it. Good advice.
Yes.
Yes. That's
yes.
right.
Otherwise you drink too much.
That's right, you do. Never do that. Look, Orange is an interesting place because it's very high altitude. I know the number 19 is at the Coolangatta vineyard, and it's 900, the altitude of 900 metres. It's also that little bit inland, so its topography makes it higher and cooler, which is good for growing grapes. And then it gets that plenty of rain in the springtime, but dry after that. So it's got all the great qualities of a good wine region. So I'm keen to try it. Are you keen to try it, Michelle?
Very much so. Yes.
Yep.
Bring it on.
That's right.
Let's do it.
Not afraid to try a drop or two?
I know. Looking forward to it.
That's good. Is that how you survived our marriage all these years?
Yes, absolutely.
A drop or two? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so
Much
here we
needed.
go. All right, now I'm just going to give you a little taste first.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just going to do the bouquet, and just going to give our thoughts on it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, wow. Really crisp.
Yeah, really.
Fresh. Fruity.
Yeah, very.
Can you sort of identify any particular flavours there? It's interesting in describing the wine, it doesn't give you a lot, which got me a little bit concerned, but I thought it was either a stroke of genius by the winemaker Phillip Shaw, or he wasn't quite sure, but I'm now thinking maybe that's a demonstration of his humility as a winemaker. But he really just says it's a fusion of old and new world techniques which blurs the boundaries to create a more layered, complex expression of Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't know about complex, but I like it. I think it's really fresh. I loved how it came onto my palate. I had a little bit of cheese just before I ate it, which probably helped. All right, what are you thinking?
Maybe I need some more to know.
Good excuse. Yeah. And I think that's the interesting thing about wine, is that the eye of the beholder is very important. So don't let anyone tell you that your taste buds are wrong. You probably
It's
get
very
to.
light.
It is light.
It's very crisp.
Would you think it would go with a particular meal or a menu or a?
It's actually a really easy drinking wine before meal, because it doesn't. It's actually quite pleasant just to drink.
It is.
On its own.
It's dangerously pleasant.
Yeah, it is actually.
I could see myself having too many glasses of this over lunch, actually. Mind you, I think I'd enjoy it over a meal as well. I mean, a seafood or a chicken.
Yep. I'll try some cheese with it.
But you know what I've got to say, and again, this has proven true for me. I haven't tried a lot of Australian Sauvignon Blancs that I liked, and that might just be that I haven't tried enough. And any winemakers out there who make Australian Sauvignon Blancs, I would very much welcome suggestions, or even send me a bottle that you'd like me to try. But I've got to say that this matches what I had expected from the last orange-based winery that I tried. This is good. This is impressive.
I really like it. It's really drinkable.
Well, we drink a lot of Sauvignon Blanc, don't we? It's something
It's a bit different from a New Zealand.
Yeah. How so? Well, you would expect that, but how's it different?
It doesn't have all those really the grassy flavours or the passion fruit flavours that you often find.
Yeah. There's not those powerful kind of palate.
Not distinct. It doesn't have a distinct flavour.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. But I think maybe that's what I'm enjoying about it in a way too, because I think one of the things I've struggled with Australian Sauvignon Blancs is that I often find them overpowering.
Yeah.
They often have an acidity that's
it doesn't have that.
No, it doesn't have it, does it? It finishes really nicely. You're right. It probably could. It could, if you compare it to some of the New Zealand Sauv Blancs. But let's face it, it's pretty hard to compete with a New Zealand Sauv Blanc. Having said that,
it's really nice.
I would drink this over the overly commercialised Sauv Blancs I've had out in New Zealand, which priced in the $20 range. This is priced similarly. You should be able to find this wine for anywhere between $22 and $25 at the reputable wine sellers. But I would rate that with any of them, really. What about you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So would you buy it again?
Yeah,
that's the thing.
So how much was it? How much did it sell?
Well, I paid $22 for this one.
Yeah.
But I did get that on a particular special, so I'm not sure that I'd get it again at that price, but I might do. Check your local area, check your local winery. Certainly a lot of these winemakers will sell cellar door if you contact them, but I often find that you don't get better prices cellar door unless you've got a special arrangement with them. So it's good. Well, have it. Have you had a piece of cheese? You have to change your palate?
Not really. That's what I mean. I think it is a really easy to drink wine before the meal. So you have some cheese and crackers, and it's just really pleasant.
It is. It is. So, couple more glasses, improve the marriage even more. You think?
Yep.
Good. Look, I hope you'll come and join us for some more taste testings. What I'm going to do is actually get another bottle of this, and I think it'd be really interesting to compare a classic Australian Sauvignon Blanc. I've picked up an Adelaide Hills Australian Sauvignon Blanc, which make a lot of good Sauvignon Blancs. I think Australians have more specialised in recent times in the Sauvignon Blanc Semillons. So I've picked up an Adelaide Hills Sauvignon Blanc. I've also picked up a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, and one that Michelle and I have found to be a pretty stock standard, really solid Sauvignon Blanc. It always, mostly delivers Villa Maria. And then I'm going to compare it against the orange Sauvignon Blanc, the Phillip Shaw, and that will be our next review. So Australia versus New Zealand, woohoo!
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah, and in a tough game too. It's like trying to beat them in the All Blacks. Trying to beat New Zealand in Sauvignon Blancs, now that's tough. Anyway, look, we look forward to seeing you again. Thank you to my beautiful companion for the day.
Cheers, thank you for the wine.
It's always a pleasure to drink wine with you, my love. And we'll see you again soon. See ya.